and welcome to an e-demo on the enhancements in the maps feature of Victor 4.6. First enhancement we're going to take a look at today is the setting of the JPEG compression for CAD files. So what I'm going to do is just create a new map by selecting the Build tab, Maps, and then New. Let's give it a name. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose this button here to import a drawing file, and I'm going to navigate and choose a CAD file. So that's going to be a DWG or a DXF file. I'm going to select that and choose Open, and you can see now we have some new boxes down in the bottom right hand corner here, so I can specify the height and the width of my image. By default it's specified at 3600 by 3600. The minimum value Victor can accept is 16 by 16, and the highest value is 4800 by 4800. So what that's doing then is setting the resolution of the JPEG image that is stored in the Victor database. So obviously the higher resolution, the larger the file. And I can just choose Import as normal, and that compression will be set. So the next enhancement to the Maps feature then is the ability to open a map in the same tab. So let's take a look at that then. I'm just going to choose the Build tab and then Maps and Show All. And you can see I've got a couple of maps here, building, floor and room, and they're all of the same facility. So I'm just going to open the building map in edit mode. And you can see on this map I have another map, which is that of the floor. So if I right click and choose Edit, you'll see that in the left click action section we have an Open in Same Tab checkbox, and as the name suggests, that means that when the user left clicks on the map icon on the building map, the floor map will open in the same tab. Let's just take a look at that then. If I choose OK, and we can exit out of this, and we can open the building map in view mode then. And if I left click, you can see we're taken to the floor. The floor itself does contain another map which is linked to an area. So if I left click it, you can see we're taken to this room. You'll notice then up on the toolbar we now have a drop down menu, and that drop down menu contains all of the maps that have been opened in this tab, so we can actually jump straight back up to the building by selecting it. We also have some back and forward arrows here as well, so we can navigate through. Okay, so the next enhancement to the Maps feature we want to take a look at is enrolling in health monitoring. So let's go ahead and take a look at our maps, and I'm going to just open this one in edit mode. And if I zoom in a little bit, you can see we have two cameras here. If I right click on one of them, you'll see that we have a new option in the right click menu called Enroll in Health Monitoring. When an object is placed on a map, it is automatically enrolled in health monitoring. What we can do then is uncheck that option. And if I choose Save, and if we go to view this map then, and again I'll just zoom in so we can see, you can see if I check the health checkbox at the top, only the left hand camera displays health information and the right hand camera does not. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at how objects are added to a map, and a change that has been made which will speed up map creation. So you can see here I've got a new map, and I'm going to go ahead and choose the green plus to add an object to it, and I'm going to choose Operator. I'm going to right click and drop that on the map, and I'm going to choose the operator to assign to that object, and it's going to be Joe. And I'll just choose OK and OK again. And I'm going to go ahead and add another operator to my map. And when I drop that on the map, you'll be able to see when I choose Select Object that Joe no longer appears in the list. The reason for that is that the list in the object selector only lists objects which are not already on a map. We can toggle that on and off though. You'll see the checkbox in the bottom left hand corner. If I unselect it, Joe appears in the list, and if I reselect it, he disappears again. Okay, so the next thing I want to take a look at is virtual matrices and how they perform on maps. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up a map in view mode. And I'm going to go ahead and activate my virtual matrix. I'm just going to minimize that back down into the main vector window. And I'll just make that a little bit smaller, and then we can see what we're doing on this one monitor. Okay, so you'll see in view mode we have a new button along the green toolbar. When I click that, I'll expand down and show all active virtual displays. So what we can do is just drag and drop video objects onto that virtual display, and it will display on the monitor. And the final enhancement then to the maps feature we're going to take a look at is auto close. So I'm just going to open up a map again in view mode, and we'll zoom in, and you can see if I have hover mode enabled and I hover over a camera, it will display the camera view as always. If I move my mouse away, that camera view will remain until I choose the close button. But you'll notice along the top here on the green toolbar we have a new checkbox next to hover called auto close. If I check it also, hover back over the camera, I'll get the camera view, and if I move my mouse away, the view will close.